We have here some things that can be very helpful for us. We have here the coupons and ads from the Sunday paper. Now, we're really looking. Some of the bargains we've got here. It's 30 to 75% off. I'm not sure what they're offering, but it sounds good anyway, doesn't it? All these bargains. Now, let's see. Here's one. Get 30% off and 25% off. I think it's for sneakers or something, but whatever. And here's one. It goes 30%, and even have one here that both, believe it or not, you can save 85%. I mean, why charge for it? Why charge? Just monkeying around with the change. Well, in our gospel today, Jesus tells us, if you're going to be my follower, you have to pay the full price. No bargains, no discounts. Remember, Jesus said in the gospel here, from now on, do you think I've come to establish peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. From now on, a house of 5 will be divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. And a father will be divided against his son, and a son against his father, a mother against her daughter. Now, that may sound kind of strange that Jesus says, I came to bring division, not necessarily peace. And what he's saying is that for the followers of Christ, even the most closest relationships that we have in this world, they do have to come second to following Christ. If you're going to be my follower, everything else comes second. And it may force us at times to make a choice between following Christ and anything else. It's the choice we have to make. Am I willing to pay the price to be a follower of Christ? I have to answer that. And sometimes what Christ seems to be asking of us can be very difficult. And just looking at it, it might seem impossible. Yet this is what he asks. Reminds me, last week I was talking to one of the women who attends our Mass in the neighborhood. And she told me that she's now raising her 3 young grandchildren. And she's not a young person, and she works every day. And it's not temporary. She's going to have them until they reach adulthood. But it's a price she's willing to pay for what Christ is asking of her. There's nobody else. Sometimes other people seem to be the price that we have to pay for following Christ. Now, we're taught, aren't we, that we're all human beings are made in the image and likeness of God. But I think most of us have to admit, sometimes this can be hard to see. Hard to see. Kind of reminds me of Jim, fella in the neighborhood. And I've known Jim for at least 25 years, okay? And for all the 25 years, he's always the same. He always uses drugs. He always comes around asking for stuff because of his drug habit. And again, this may not sound too good, but I tell you the truth, I've never known him to work a day in his life. It just doesn't happen. Yet, this is what Christ calls us to do. And the price we pay, because we're called to love even those that are hard to love. And this is the price we pay to be followers of Christ. The choice is ours. But what each one of us has to ask ourselves tonight, am I willing to pay the price? Remember, Jesus talked about a fire there. I've come to set fire, to set the earth afire, and how I wish it was already blazing. Now, that sounds strange. The last thing any of us want to see is a fire that's out of control. Firefighters are trained. Get to that fire, knock it down, and put it out. Not this fire. Jesus is talking about the fire of love that comes with our baptism. He wants that fire to spread to the ends of the earth. And he wants each one of us to take that love to those on the margins, those that are hard to love. This is the price we have to pay for following Christ. Question we have to ask, am I willing to pay the price? So as we continue now in this summer evening, we know that what Christ can ask of us can be very difficult. We're called to do difficult, if not impossible, things. We're called to love people that sometimes are unlovable and don't return our love. So, as we continue tonight and get ready to share in the body and the blood of Christ, let's simply ask our God for the strength and the help that we need to pay the price.